Maybe just my memory is playing tricks on me, but I guess I heard that Runaways is the best of the Hulu shows or whatever this was made. I say this is the most not MCU show that was made. The first two seasons has absolutely no connection to anything, so that was not an option anyway. The season 3 connects to Cloak and Dagger. But so, runaways mean, children who run away from their family and live on the streets or whatever, so they are a missing person. It's usually because the family is violent and abusive. Sometimes, it's the other way around, that the kid is some, let's say, drug addict and prefer to not live with the family, or it's school bullying, whatever. In season 1 there are no runaways, absolutely not. In At the very end of season 1 they decide to run away. It's interesting to know what they are running away from and what was their status before running away. Season 2 is them ran away and they are searched by their family and they are running up and down, sometimes getting close, sometimes getting captured, and they are escaping. That nobody cares. It's a very episodic show, like He-Man, or Masters of the Universe, or Transformers, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or G.I. Joe, where one side cannot win and the other side does not want to win. Like Mask, those transforming vehicles with cool headsets, helmets, and that went nowhere. It was just to sell toys. This is one of that kind of shows. Now, why this whole show is bullshit? It's one of those pre-X-Men shows where you had these super-powered groups who were kinda but not really X-Men. This show has that kind of feeling that, yeah, the group has superpowers, but we have a limited budget, so they don't really use that. Instead, we have these talking scenes where they are confronting with each other and the cases and all that kind of infighting and teen drama or young adult drama. That reminds me some Australian middle school shows, 20 something years people were playing those characters. It was the 90s. So they even had some musical versions and whatever. It's very close to some Disney Channel shows. I don't remember the titles. I wasn't really the audience for them, but something like Beverly Hills 9 or something. What is the premise? So the kids find out that their families are not just rich, and I mean rich, like really rich and influential. It's not Elon Musk level rich, but you know, top 10%. Try to run away from that. That won't happen. And you know, with that kind of money, I don't care if you run away. A show, Runaways. I expected at best middle class kids, you know, because they live in the real world, so to say. So they will have real life problem like finding food, finding shelter. These are millionaires. One of them even has her personal pet, a dinosaur. You know how insane that is? That's just a joke at that point. Oh, you ran away from home with your pet dinosaur. And now maybe you have to live in 4-star hotels instead of 5-star hotels. Oh my! I'm so feeling you. I don't care. This show is a joke. But it gets worse. It gets infinitely worse. So it turns out the parents are in a cult which doing spooky stuff. They even have robes and pentagrams and a device. And in a room they are even hiding this spooky, mysterious figure with a face hugger oxygen mask or something. At that point, you already gave up. Episode 1. By the way, episode 2 is just a recycle of the retelling of episode 1, but from the parents' perspective. So the show has a snail's pace guaranteed. So you have mysterious parents, kids who got away from each other because one of the friend group died. So that's like at least 2 mystery. Third mystery, why they were friends at all at any time, aside just, meeting because the parents have business parties. So doing anything beside that is questionable. But we don't figure that this out. As then the parents are not just who, and one of them even has a full cult to lead. She is the high priestess, and the other is working on some teleportation device. It turns out later it's a time traveling device, but it turns out later it's actually an alien spaceship because he's a god. I'm just telling what's in the show. So they have an inner cult for each other, and they have this mysterious device which we know nothing about. I think that kind of device is to siphon out life force for their mysterious leader. What are their goals? Your guess is as good as mine. I checked up the wiki and I watched enough of the right moment in the series, last episode of season 1, where they tell. The wiki says that mysterious leader is running for immortality, so yeah, he should have joined the hand. But anyway, And this is important. This is the most important thing in the show. At the final episode of season 1, the kids are telling what they think they learned that their parents are doing. And your guess is as good as mine, because Wiki might say something, the kids believe in something, but I guess the parents are just building a spaceship to go home, because why not? And by the way, the parents are thought to be a time traveler, at least in the original comics. An alien, extraterrestrial, a mutant, but not X-Men. If you think about X-Men, even think about X-Men, we will sue you. And I don't have others. There are actually too many characters in this, but I really had to pay attention that who are in the show, because they didn't really have a personality shown. There is the joke, there is Gothic Lolita, the whole family is Gothic, Japanese, whatever, and there is a black kid, and there is a superpowered girl, and there is a cheerleader girl, and maybe there is one more, but nobody cares. Yeah, they are 6, so I already forgot. I just watched the last episode of season 2 and I forgot who are the main characters. Oh, it really doesn't matter. So, the kids, when deciding to run away, the opening moments of the last episode of season 1, the kids tell us that the parents are trying to destroy the world. End of the world scenario. So they are ready to fight them with their tiny fists. And of course they are get kicked by the parents, because they have decades of preparations and experience doing this shit. It is a mirror fetch practically, so whatever. Now, what do the kids do after their arse is kicked? Maybe tell S.H.I.E.L.D. about it? Call in the Avengers? Go to the police station? They don't really have any evidence, so... But, you know, according to their own words, if they don't prevent their parents finishing their project, it is the literal end of the planet. And their solution is to run away and not tell anybody about this. And that is the point where anybody with a rational mind should stop, turn off their stereos, and do something else. Anything. Shoot yourself with some drug, and that would be more productive. Because this is unacceptable. It is the end of the world. End of the planet. End of all life. As not as you know it, but period. And you run away? Where exactly? How does that help? When the thing will happen and the whole planet gets destroyed, blew up in Dune style or Star Wars style. What will happen to you, you moron? And Marvel is expecting us to deal with this kind of shit. And their writing is not really better nowadays. Just see Wakanda Forever or WandaVision, the last 3 episodes. Or the Spider-Man movie, or like She-Hulk, Echo, Daredevil Born Again. At least on paper they still have a universe, because DC never had a universe. Those were individual movies without any substance to hold them together. But this is shit.